Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's Workshop. Right now, we're in the middle of a winter blast, which is reminding me of winters from my childhood back in the 70s. And a day like this, I would always take advantage of because it would be the perfect kind of day to work on my miniatures and play with my dolls. So now that my walkway is cleared and the postman was able to come and deliver my package, let me show you what I got. Now, dolls, these are a couple items that I've been watching and wanting for quite some time. But let me get everything out of the boxes so I can show you what I've been looking at. Now, this first item is a House of Miniatures kit, and it's actually sort of like a dresser or a credenza. It's got lots of drawers in it, but it's a really nice piece. Now, it's not assembled. I have to put it together. It's a kit, but I really love kits because you can really customize them and do a lot with them, and you get quite a bit of value because these kits are really good quality, so you end up with a really lovely, high quality piece of furniture at a really reasonable price. Now, although they don't make these kits anymore, there are a lot of them to be found on eBay, and I'm always trying to find the ones that I never got as a child. Now, this vendor included a list of miniature shows in the California area, which is a long way away from me, but for my California dolls, here are some details for some miniature shows near you. Now, getting back to the items in my haul, I'm really excited about getting an opportunity to sit down and assemble that kit, but let me show you what else I got. Now I got another little box of miniatures. Now this is not a kit. These are two fully assembled pieces and they're from the Bombay Company. And I was always amused by finding Bombay Company miniatures because I have several life-size pieces of furniture from the Bombay Company. I had no idea they made miniatures. So now that I know, I'll be watching for them. Now from what I understand, they're no longer in business, but again, you can find all these wonderful, rare and precious treasures on eBay. Now, this is a set of little chests that will go next to the bed in a bedroom, but they can actually be used as end tables in a room as well. Now, again, both of these pieces are vintage and they need a little bit of little Gretchen's tender loving care. Now, although I knew when I purchased them that they would need a little bit of repair, I'm not worried about it because they're very simple, pretty straightforward repairs, but I'm just trying to assess exactly how much needs to be done and to make sure all the pieces are here. Now, this one with the little tag on it appears to be the one that's in the best condition, and it looks like it's pretty much got everything that goes along with it except one of the little handles is missing. So that's not a big deal. I really love how deep and dark the wood is, and it's so smooth and pretty. Just trying to hold it up so you dolls can see how lovely it is. Yeah, this is a beautiful piece. I'm really tickled and really glad I was able to get it. And the other one is equally as lovely, but it's going to need a little bit more help. And it appears to have all the little pieces to reassemble the drawers, so that's good. The only thing is I'm a little bit concerned I don't see the little handles. And here I'm just kind of checking the drawers to make sure that they didn't tuck the handles inside the drawers, but I don't see anything. Well, let me set aside all the pieces that I do have and I'll worry about finding handles or drawer pulls at another time. But wait, let me just check the box again. Because I did notice this random piece of paper towel inside. Maybe it was inside that. No, it's not inside here. So let me just check the box one more time because I believe they included the drawer pulls in the description. I can't imagine they would just like not include it. I'll have to check the listing. But wait a minute, I think I see something. Yeah, there they are. They were tucked in there. They got stuck inside the seams of the box. Yay, the tiny handles were included. So this is just a lesson to remember that if you're buying things that need to be repaired, be really careful before you throw anything away, like your boxes, the tissue paper, because sometimes the missing components are hiding inside the box. Now here I'm going to pick these up and show you how lovely they are. They're really, really cute. And I'm really glad I found them because I wouldn't want to have to change all of them out. So now this way it looks like I've got 4, so I'll only have to find replacements for 2 drawer pulls. Okay, so let me set these aside safely until I get upstairs to make the repairs. Now before I go upstairs, let me show you this other little bundle I got. I've been looking for some lovely chairs and I really like really nice old-fashioned wooden chairs, and this little bundle was absolutely exquisite. Now these were listed as Bez Pack, and I'm really not sure if they authentically are, but I know they're beautiful. And I think Best Pack and Fantastic Furniture are from the same group or the same manufacturer. But I'm at a season in my life, I really don't care who it's by. If I like it, that's what I want. Because so often you find really beautiful pieces and there is no branding or logo on it, to say who it's by. It's just a beautiful piece. And that's what's really important to me. There's so many beautiful miniatures out there, and so when you're trying to create a setting or a scene, you're looking for a mood or a feeling. So when I find things that fit that image that I'm trying to capture or cultivate, I just have to have it. And I make so many of my miniatures, I allow myself to splurge every once in a while. And I'm so excited about these pieces because I've been watching and looking for them for a long time. So today is my big day that I found what I was looking for. So let's go on upstairs and fix these pieces that need repair. So dolls, let me gather everything and take them up to my craft table. So here I am at the table in my workshop, and I've already got my glue out. Now I'm actually using weld bond glue. Now you may ask why I'm not using wood glue. The weld bond just happened to be out, and it dries absolutely clear anyway. Now in this frame you can see I'm adding a very sparing amount right to the edge so I can reattach that drawer front with a permanent bond. So if you ever venture out and purchase some furniture that needs some simple repairs, especially if the breaks are clean, I want you to be fearlessly confident that you can make the repairs. Just take your time and reattach the disassembled pieces and allow it to dry. So in these cases, you definitely want to use a really good quality glue. That's why I'm using Weld Bond. I really love that it dries clear, but still make sure you clean up any excess or oozing. Now, while those drawers are drying for the other chest, I just want to go ahead and replace the little handles on this one because, again, you can see such a simple repair for a lovely piece of furniture. So don't be shy at all about buying previously owned or secondhand miniatures. Now, dolls, replacing these handles is really straightforward because I didn't have to do any drilling or anything. Now, you only need the tiniest dab of your glue and line up your drawer pull to the others. Now, I didn't do any measurements, I just eyeballed everything. But I am using my precision tweezers to lay the little drawer pulls right in alignment with the other ones. And just like that, I've added both of the drawer pulls and my little chest is good as new. Now, dolls, as a part of my childhood programming, I was taught to do the most difficult task first. But I broke protocol today and I did the simple one first. Now we're going to focus on the one that needs the most help. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and add the ones that I do have drawer pulls for. And I replaced these the exact same way that I did the other chest. Now you want to be very careful with the placement of the glue and the amount, and take the time to reposition it as needed to make sure it lines up with the other drawer pulls. Now, while I was finishing up adding the drawer pulls to the last drawer, I started to think about what I could use as an option to replace drawer pulls on the drawer that didn't have any pulls. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the unboxing, I only had 2 pair of drawer pulls, which is a total of 4, and I need 2 more because this last drawer doesn't have any, so I'm going to have to come up with another option. So while I'm allowing my mind to mull over what I'm going to use to replace the drawer pulls, let me go ahead and fix these couple little chips. Now the finish on these 2 little chests is just too beautiful for me to do any sanding or stripping down or anything like that. I'm going to simply just use my little stain pen to just blot out the light parts so that it'll blend into the original stain color, because there's no way I'm sanding or trying to change the color or tone because these are absolutely beautiful. The finish on these pieces is one of the main reasons I wanted them. So I've laid them here side by side while I consider what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to have to make a slight hole, and I'm using my pin drill, but I don't know if you can detect it, but this is not a drill piece or drill bit that's in the pin drill. They're actually like some diamond bits or diamond drill bits. I actually bought them as replacements to go into my Dremel for when I'm doing really fine work. And today will probably be one of the first times I've ever used it. So I made the tiniest hole right where I wanted to line it up to add a little pin, and I'm adding a teeny dab of glue right over the hole so that when I push the pin in, it'll help it stay in place. Now I did allow the glue to spread out just a little bit because I'm putting a little plate over the hole before I put the pin in to make it look a little bit more decorative. Now, these little decorative plates did not come with this little set. It was a part of a kit, some leftover pieces from a kit. So I want to encourage you, if you get kits and you get hardware and things in them, keep everything. Don't throw anything away. Maybe I shouldn't say that to you, dolls. Okay, so let's move on and pretend I didn't say that. So after cutting off the pointed part of a brass pin, I inserted it inside the tiny hole behind the knob plate to complete the look. And here I'm just admiring how it turned out. I'm really tickled that I was able to make it look believable, like that's the way it always was. Now, if this is your first time watching and you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. And always look for me on Mondays after 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know what you liked the most in the comments. And really quick, I want to give a warm welcome to all my new subscribers and a thank you to all those of you who've been there with me from the beginning. And until next time, I'm looking forward to seeing you all right here on Little Gretchen's Workshop. Bye-bye now, dolls.